Hi, I'm Courtney Eckerly here at Marketing Sherpa Summit 2016 in Las Vegas, and with me is Director Morgan Spurlock. Welcome.
Thank you.
So in recent years, you've kind of had a fascination with marketing and advertising.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you got into that.
I think the real start for us, we did a movie a couple years ago called The Greatest Movie Ever Sold. The actual title, Palm Wonderful Presents The Greatest Movie Ever Sold, because we sold the above the title sponsorship to Palm Wonderful. And on the heels of that film, which kind of looked at marketing and advertising in a very unique way, we got brands to pay for the whole movie. They were kind of in on the joke. And I think that made me, once I wasn't brand cancer anymore, which I was for a long time, post Supersize Me, most brands didn't want to work with me because they're like, we don't trust that guy, we don't know what he's going to do. It became a different story. And I think what had also shifted in the landscape is brands suddenly realized 30-second spots aren't working. There's got to be a better way for us to tell a story. And so that's when they started looking at creative ways to tell make content and tell stories.
And you've actually recently gotten involved with content creation yourself, working with brands to do smaller spots.
Yeah, we've done an incredible array of work, from people like GE to Haagen-Dazs to Toyota. To Paul Allen, who's himself is a brand, the founder of Vulcan Ventures, co-founder of Microsoft, where we did a short film series about the economy with him. So I think that the beauty of where we are right now as a content creator and somebody who tells stories is that you can tell stories everywhere now. Now there's amazing places to tell 90-minute or 2-hour stories. You can make those films. There's places on television to tell 60-minute stories or half-hour stories. But now there's this incredible access to short-form digital content where you can tell a story that's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and find an audience for it. And not only find an audience, but have it be seen worldwide by millions of people.
And I think that's something that you do really well, that marketers struggle with a lot, which is being really authentic with customers and not putting on that sort of branded face.
Well, I feel like a lot of times, and this is something that we've dealt with brands, is brands are very precious about, like, here's what we stand for, and they don't want to kind of give up that brand IP to somebody like me because they feel like they have to control it and kind of keep it tight. But I feel like there's a way to always create an alignment of ideologies where what I believe is going to be great for this spot or for your brand is also what you believe will be great for your brand. And I think there's a way for us to do that and kind of coexist without either one of us being disappointed.
Oh, definitely. I think what you're talking about, that shift in recent years, is a little bit like The Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. And
so I was thinking more of like The House Landing on the Witch. That was like, where it's like suddenly now brands are like, we can control our destiny. We've landed on the witch. We should do more of this. And I think that's the exciting part.
Oh, definitely. So how, when you work with brands, how do you relax them a little bit and let them loosen the reins?
Well, it starts like this. It starts with a conversation between two very intelligent people. And I think that's the biggest thing. Is there's a lot of hand-holding, especially in the beginning, for legacy brands especially, because I think legacy brands are much more careful about kind of their brand identity. But I think you sit down and you say, what do you want to accomplish? Like, what are the stories you want to tell? And that's the way I look at marketing from your standpoint or from a brand standpoint, is like marketing and storytelling. What is the story you want to tell for your brand? And now let us help you figure out how to do that in the most efficient way, the most entertaining way, the most audience-friendly way, the most viral way. And I think we've been really successful doing that with brands.
So for marketers who might not have you as a resource, how would
you could.
How would you recommend that they go about finding those authentic stories and figuring out what they want to say?
Well, first, I think you have to understand kind of what you're about. Like, what is your brand about? Like, what is kind of your ethos? What is your DNA? Once you know that, then you can say, okay, what are the stories we want to tell? That's the next step. What do we want to accomplish? And the biggest thing is, don't be so precious. Don't be so scared. Like, now is the best time ever to take risks. Now is the best time ever to dive in and do things that normally you wouldn't do, because the price point, the barrier of entry is so low. Like, we do digital content for as low as $10,000 to $15,000 a piece, for like a 2 to 3 minute spot, all the way up to, $500,000. So it depends on, there's definitely ranges that you can spend money, but your barrier of entry is much smaller. So why not take the chance? Why not use your digital budget to be super creative and go way out on a limb, and nobody's going to be really pissed off at you if you lose $50,000. It's not like you're losing $1 million. Like, if they say, and it doesn't work. But if you spend 50 and it's like you took a chance, people are going to be like, wow, that was cool that we took that chance. We should do that again. And what starts to happen, the more risks you take, the less riskier things become down the road. And I think that's one of the things that brands have a hard time getting over, is like, one is taking the risk to begin with and then realizing, wow, we can do this over and over and over again. And in time, it just becomes natural.
So good advice for marketing, bad advice for Vegas.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, you may not want to take so many risks here. Take it easy. Yeah.
So another thing I think you do really well, I especially saw this in your show Inside Man, was that you take these numbers and these kind of murky ideas and you put a specific face to them.
Right.
So marketers a lot of time are inundated with a ton of data, and,
That's right.
and their customers can very easily just become numbers.
Yeah, and I think also the biggest thing is the way I also do that is I can become part of the story with you. So you trust in me, so I will take you on this journey and I'll share the data with you. I'll share the information and I'll make it not scary. And we'll break it down in a way that is really palatable, really digestible, and easy to understand. And I think sometimes we just need somebody we trust to tell us, you know, kind of not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. And I think Inside Man has done a great job of telling people what they need to hear, even though they may not want to hear it. Yeah.
So you're about to step on stage for the Marketing Sherpa audience. What
Yeah.
are you hoping to take away from this experience?
I mean, for me, I would love to meet some folks who, you know, say we'd like to take those risks. We'd like to make some awesome content with you. That would be a great thing. I would love to help people kind of take that first step into, you know, creating really smart, innovative, branded content. And then for what I hope, you know, comes out it from their standpoint. I hope some people say, you know, we could do more. We could try more. We could connect with our customers and our consumers in a different way. We could really define our voice in a better way, and we could be true to ourselves in a way that we haven't before. And I think if that happens, it would be awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time,
Yeah,
Morgan.
my pleasure. Great to see you.
Yeah, and good luck today.
Thanks. I'm gonna kill it.
If you would like to see more content, please go to marketingsherpa.com. Perfect.
Nice job.
Great.
You're hired.
Awesome.